Big Bang Theory Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, the opening part, if you're not caught up to the point where I am, you're rewatching or watching the Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be the Big Bang Theory Season 3, Episode 9. The title of this episode is called The Vengeance Formulation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Howard and Bernadette are on a date, and Bernadette actually kisses Howard. She calls Howard a stand-up comedian and says it's their third date and mentions something about sex. Bernadette wants to know if it's a relationship or a one-night stand, and Howard can't actually answer that. Kripke spoils an announcement Sheldon was going to give to the guys. During lunch, Sheldon's going to be on an NPR radio program. Sheldon prints out the talking points of his radio spot and asks Howard to read it since his intelligence level is far below everybody else's, so he'd fit right in. Bear with me, my nose itches for some reason. Penny asks Howard why he hasn't called Bernadette yet, and Howard says he doesn't know if she's his type. Penny mentions that she agreed to go out with him for free. What more does he need? Howard thought he'd end up with Megan Fox or Katie Sackhoff. Basically, Howard's just holding out for a ridiculous fantasy, Penny says. Kripke plays a prank on Sheldon while he's on his radio thing to make his voice sound like he sucked in a bunch of helium. And then Howard has a vision with Katie Sackhoff in a bubble bath with him. Sheldon's upset about being humiliated, so he's laying down in his room. Howard goes to the Cheesecake Factory and actually proposes to Bernadette. She declines. Sheldon pulls a prank on Kripke, which actually affects a bunch of other important people at the university, including Kripke, and then he has a message that plays after the prank is done. This is Sheldon Cooper, and you've just been pranked. Howard does an open mic with instruments at the Cheesecake Factory, and Penny wants to throw him out, but Bernadette says it's the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for her, and that's the end of the episode. I'm going to give it an 8.3 out of 10, and the character of the episode is Howard Wolowitz, because, well, he was the focal point of this particular episode. It could have been a lot funnier, but it wasn't, and that's why I'm giving it an 8.3 instead of like an 8.6 or something like that. I'm surprised that he didn't agree to be with Bernadette right away, because he doesn't really have many takers unless you count Leslie Winkle. At least at this point. So you've heard what I have to say. Now it's, of course, your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, or if you like The Walking Dead, or Dexter New Blood, Lost, Ozark, Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, or live UFC fight reaction videos, and if you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, that's the important thing, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in this, or if you want to share the video, please do so. I would appreciate it. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this particular episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you score the episode, and who would you choose as your character of the episode? If you want to talk about your favorite moment of the episode, that would be great too. Mine would probably be the fact when Bernadette early in the episode mentioned something about sex, and Howard's like, hot sex, huh? And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel, join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special, and JDev will return.